I'm hoping to go on through chapter 5 at least today. Just because, like, I'm kind of getting into it, I'm kind of relaxing. Uh, Honestly, I think part of me was scared to look back at the Bible and be like, oh, God, what if I was wrong? There's nothing about, like, abuse in here. What if, somehow the things that I'm saying just don't actually line up? But no, it's all here. It's pretty clear. Um, Supporting what I thought all along. So I'm not really, scared of it anymore. It's a silly thing. It's a very desperate thing. And we're only in Genesis, right? This is basically just my review of Genesis so far. Other parts of the Bible, who knows? We'll try to get there when we get there. So I'm gonna start with the World English Bible version, and before I actually read the whole passage, I'm gonna read the one footnote here. Adam and man are spelled with the exact same consonants in Hebrew, so this can be correctly translated either way. And that's for verse 2. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, he made him in God's likeness. He created them male and female and blessed them. On the day they were created, he named them Adam. And that's where the footnote is, Adam or man. Adam lived 130 years and became the father of a son in his own likeness after his image and named him Seth. The days of Adam after he became the father of Seth were 800 years, and he became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days that Adam lived were 930 years, then he died. So that's a long time to live, at least from a modern perspective. But for the purposes of the narrative, it seems Adam lived 930 years. Seth lived 105 years, then became the father of Enosh. Seth lived after he became the father of Enosh 807 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All of the days of Seth were 912 years, then he died. Enosh lived 90 years and became the father of Kenan. Enosh lived after he became the father of Kenan 815 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All of the days of Enosh were 905 years, then he died. Kenan lived 70 years, then became the father of Mahalalel. Kenan lived after he became the father of Mahalalel 840 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. And all the days of Kenan were 910 years, then he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years, then became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived after he became the father of Jared 830 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All of the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, then he died. So we see a pattern here. Just person, lived, had kids. How many? Lots. Basically just the tree of human life branching and branching. And I don't really care about any of this. Like, it's people having kids. The kids can come from anywhere. Kids from anywhere can do anything. Some of the family ties might be a little bit important, and we'll talk about those as they come up, but ultimately, you should not let your family define who you are. Even though you have all of their genetics and were raised by them. Like, you are still an independent person. You can still, differ. You can still branch out in your own. And even if you're not having kids, you can still influence the future. Try to take care of other people's kids because they just have them and don't fucking care for them. But, Jared lived 162 years and became the father of Enoch. Jared lived after he became the father of Enoch 800 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All of the days of Jared were 962 years, then he died. Enoch lived 65 years, then became the father of Methuselah. After Methuselah's birth, Enoch walked with God for 300 years and became the father of more sons and daughters. All the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch walked with God, and he was not found, for God took him. So I guess they never found a body. Enoch just went missing. God vanished Enoch from the surface of the earth, which I guess is good. I don't want to be here. Methuselah lived 187 years, then became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived after he became the father of Lamech 782 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days of Methuselah were 969 years, then he died. That's right, fuck. We had a song. He lived 969. He died and went to heaven, Lord, in due time. It's something like that. I feel like this is just Moses' way of making his story more realistic. He's like, yeah, this is where all the families came from. These people had, generations and generations over hundreds of years somehow. And that's where we all came from. It's all right here. This is the complete story from start to now. And people at the time were like, we don't have the information to disprove this. I guess that must be the truth. Sounds right to me. Feels right to me. Lamech lived 182 years, then became the father of a son. He named him Noah, saying, "This one will comfort us in our work and in the toil of our hands, caused by the ground which Yahweh has cursed." Lamech lived after he became the father of Noah 595 years and became the father of other sons and daughters. All the days of Lamech were 777 years, then he died. Oh, he got the jackpot! Damn, Lamech, lucky! Noah was 500 years old, then Noah became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Hi. Yeah. Friend was seeing why the basement light was on. Oh, basement? I'm above ground. This is a garage. Friend was seeing why the garage light was on. It's because I'm recording. But that name, like Shem, Ham, and Japheth, it sounds like a biblical Three Stooges. That's what I gotta remember. Is the names are only funny to me because I speak modern English and I'm very cynical. I like how they're just casually like, oh, maybe this child will comfort us as we try to work the toil that Yahweh has cursed the ground to give us this suffering, this extra work. We are having to suffer for something that someone we don't even know, someone, ancestor did. Cool. Thanks, God. Did we ever get a fair chance? Were we supposed to have a chance? Why do we gotta work in the cursed world? But more generously, I think it shows that, your actions have consequences even for future generations. And that is painfully true. We'll flip over to King James Version. I don't think I'm going to spend too much time on this one because it's basically just lineage stuff that sounds completely unrealistic and is probably not at all traceable. But I want to read it just for completeness. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. And Adam lived I was gonna say, like, this version, the King James Version, it has almost like a poetic quality where you can kind of read it in a way that just like flows very steadily, and like it's kind of nice to drone and listen, like tune into that drone. And that effect would be more pronounced if I knew what was coming and wasn't taken off guard by an 130 years. But I'll try to adjust as we go. And Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness and after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years, and begat Enos. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years, and begat Canaan. And Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and begat Mahalaleel. And Canaan lived after he begat Mahalaleel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalaleel lived 65 years, and begat Jared. And Mahalaleel lived after he begat Jared 830 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalaleel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begat Enoch. And Jared lived after he begat Enoch 800 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. So I just want to comment there. Oh, no, it does say, okay. I thought it left out the part where, like, all the days of Enoch, but no, it still had all the days of Enoch. But then it doesn't say he died. He was just gone. He got vanished by the Lord, which is supposed to be a good thing. You get vanished up to heaven. Awesome. All your old problems gone. replaced with just bliss, endless worship of, the alleged good guy. If God was a good person, I'd want to be up there too. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begat Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, This name shall... Oh, sorry. And he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Larry, Curly, and Moe. And Shemp. That's what made me think of the Three Stooges. Shemp, Hamp, and Japheth. And that's it. That's about it for chapter 5. Not much to say. A lot of lineage, a lot of generations, a lot of families, kids having kids, people having people, branching all over who knows where, over how much time. It's vague. I don't really believe the people lived that many centuries, but what can you do? It might or might not matter, depending on what the Bible does with these people. So I'm curious to see as we go on.